Hello, Facebook. It's Reid from ReidAboutSex.com, and I'm wearing my Sex Geek Summer Camp t-shirt. So this is business advice, but business advice from somebody who will be joining us at this year's Sex Geek Summer Camp. Cathy Vartuli of theintimacydojo.com. Welcome to our Facebook Live today.
Hi, everyone.
We're broadcasting from Cathy's secret lair somewhere in Silicon Valley. And not only are you teaching at camp this year, yet again, you have chosen to organize camp from behind the scenes.
Yes.
At some point, if you see Cathy with a huge gray streak of hair, it will be because of camp. Because you can see it's already happening. It's already happening to me, running a 5-day business camp for sex educators, workshop leaders, facilitators, things like that. I think it was going to go gray anyway, but the politically correct term is silver, ladies and gentlemen. This is silver right here. So Cathy, what are you excited about teaching this year at camp? And we're looking for titles. And as you sign on, say hi, and where you're saying hi
Kat.
from. Why did you choose the title, How to Keep Marketing Heart-Centered?
Because for me, I originally got into marketing over 10 years ago. Because I was working with a business partner he had such great ideas. And I noticed that he would reach a number of people, but it wasn't reaching the number of people that could really be benefited. So I started delving into the world of marketing, and I walked through a lot of slime. I went through classes where I was like, this has got to be wrong. Please, God, let this not be what I have to do.
What year was this? Like years-ish?
So 07, 8?
2007, okay.
Yeah. And there was a lot of very pain-based marketing and fear-based marketing. And I went through these classes, and I was just like, this can't be right. And I struggled for a long time. And I'm very determined. I'm a research scientist. I kept going. And luckily, I stumbled on some people that were really heart-centered and were talking about inspiring people and helping people move forward. But one of the sad things I found is that a lot of people dropped out along the way. The people that I had started with, that were in a lot of the same classes, they would get burnt out and so frustrated because they were trying to teach people to heal, to be brave, to get through trauma, to be empowered around their sexuality or whatever it was. And at the same time, these marketers were telling them to incite fear and push them and scare them into buying and tell them if they don't do this, their life is ruined. Mm-hmm. And to me, that was like, you cannot empower people by taking away their power.
Well, and the idea that you get them in their fear response.
Yeah.
When you heal them, get them into their parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah, it just seems so counterintuitive. And thanks, Caroline. She said my hair looks good today.
Oh, good.
So to me, it was just fundamental. Like, I had to figure this out, and I luckily, Reid and I started taking some classes together too with some of these higher end marketers that were really heart centered and wanting to inspire people, and they had no room for this bullshit about like, let's scare people into it. But even this is the 4th year I've run camp for you, and the 4th year I've taught some of this stuff. And I remember I think it was the 2nd year, someone was sitting in the front row as I went through how to write copy. And she had kind of an interesting look on her, like she was very engaged the whole time through. And at the end she said, oh my God, I've been terrified to write copy my entire life. It would shut her down. And then after this, where she could just share what was real for her, share what she wanted for people, and inspire them. It wasn't about harming anyone. It wasn't about forcing anyone or manipulating anyone. It was about being very genuine and inviting them forward with ways that allow them to get over their fear, because people are afraid. People out there are always, they're like, the people that we need to help the most are terrified to take that step forward into the unknown, into the new. So if we can just get them to take a little step, a gentle baby step, and we can encourage them and speak to them in a way so that they can get past that fear, we inspire them over that fear, a whole new world opens for them. So even if they just read the copy and they don't do the thing we're offering, I want to leave them better. I want to leave them inspired and touched and moved and feeling like their life could really work for them. And so that's what I love teaching this, because to me it's a way to reach people through the fog of fear and pain, and nothing has ever worked for me. And there's a formula you can follow that helps get past some of the fears and invite people forward. And it doesn't have to be creepy or manipulative. In fact, it's a beautiful way to reach and touch people.
And I mean, the irony being, for those of us who are in the sex and relationship field, if you think about marketing, is the kind of energy or the approach that you have with your marketing, are you role modeling what you want your clients to be doing in bed with their partners? Yeah. Is it pain marketing that I should be using in bed?
Only if it's consensual.
Well, that's true. I guess that's kind of kinky, huh? Ooh, that's a whole other thought. That's a tangent. Yeah. But the idea of, how can you teach people along the entire journey? Like, you can reference the pain, but rather than it being more pain and blame and guilt and shame, can it be more inspirational? Yeah. Can it be inspiring? And then, the other side, and this is stuff that we'll talk about at camp as well, is like, when you do inspire people and you teach them if it's a good idea to buy this product, how they can figure out if they're ready, rather than making them feel so in pain that they buy anyway. If you figure out the back end stuff and you have, your return policies and your good customer service, what you're role modeling is that it's okay to be inspiring. Yeah. It's okay to feel uplifted and then take action, versus feel so shut down and desperate that you have to take action then.
Yeah, and to me, good copy inspires people, invites them to possibility, and then lets them make a clear decision. Is this program a good fit for who I am, what I want right now? To me, is the money spent worthwhile? Because everybody has different values on different things, and there's nothing wrong.
So with that, what else are you going to be teaching at camp?
Well, one other thought I wanted to share is if you have passion in your heart, because I've seen people saying they notice the passion, most of us have something we want to teach. If you're on this, watching this, if you follow Reid, you have something you want to teach. If you can't reach people, if you can't write copy that inspires and invites people in, you can have Nobel Prize winning material and it won't help people. Mm-hmm. So whether you come to camp or you study this another way, I really encourage you, learn how to write copy that will help people come in and be invited in, because that can help what you have. You can have the same exact program. If it's reaching 10 people or 1,000 people, you make a much bigger difference when you start stepping forward and writing in a way that more people can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Now, at the same time, I'm not going to shame people if they're into pain copy, right? Because this would be the in role modeling. This would be like me yucking your yum. What I am going to say though is that studies that some of the marketers that we geek out with have been doing over the years is showing that pain marketing works for certain kinds of customers, but they tend not to become these loyal fans.
And there's more higher returns.
There's more higher returns, but they don't become these loyal fans that then spread word of mouth to all their friends, your products, your services, your events. So there's some indication that getting good at inspirational marketing, at being able to kind of surf the edge of, hey, I see your pain, and here's the pain I've experienced in my life, but here's how I overcame it. Mm-hmm. That inspirational kind of approach is showing to be better for your career over time than I want to sell 1,000, online courses and, one time, and then 40% of those online courses get returned. Yeah. So you can do the math, but around camp, I'm interested in helping people build careers. So this is one of the things.
And reputations.
And reputations, yeah. And so this is one of the things that I am passionate about, and then it's kind of congruent for you as well. Yeah. And you'll be teaching other things at camp.
Yeah. So one of the things you were talking about, inspiration, one of the things I talk is about how to use your story in marketing. And it can be your story or a client's story, but people learn through story. They have a lot. If we say once upon a time, people's brains shift in a different way. So when we can give people examples and we can walk them through our experiences and they know why it matters to us, all of a sudden they feel safer. If I'm offering you something that sounds really good, but you don't know where I'm coming from, there's a fear, a resistance. Like, are you manipulating me? Are you trying to take me for a ride? Why are you doing this? But if you tell a story, choose a story that helps people see why this is important to you. I often tell the story about how I struggled with my sexuality and how I want no one to be left sitting alone on the couch on a Saturday night because they're too afraid and don't know how to reach out to people. I think when people realize where you're coming from, where your passion lies, they feel safer and they might feel inspired. Oh, if you went through that and got to the other side, maybe I can too.
Mm-hmm.
So weaving story into your marketing is so powerful.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I'm also teaching about some money things.
How many things are you teaching at this camp? Is this the Cathy camp?
I'm teaching 6 things.
Oh my God. How do you do that? Oh, wait. You're organizing camp. I see. That's how those got in there, huh? People love Cathy. What am I going to say now?
3 of them are at the optional lunch, the free time hour.
We have free time optional because we cram in the schedule. We only have 5 days.
Yep. But one of the things I'm teaching also during one of the optional times is how to manage money a little bit. I'm not an accountant, but we're going to go over some tips and tricks for self-employed taxes and money management, just tracking that, because a lot of people are very intimidated by that. And I've been lucky to have some really amazing mentors. So I'm going to share what works for me. You can adopt that or not. And Twitter and Facebook, YouTube. So in video. So
okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in coming to camp, readaboutsex.com/camp, FAQ, and it's REID, aboutsex.com. And where can people find you, Cathy?
theintimacydojo.com.
Oh, I see. I'd also like to thank our camp sponsors this year, because we've got most of our camp sponsors coming in. We've got Enjoy. So if you're a big fan of Enjoy toys, you might want to come to camp because people get Enjoy toys at camp. And thank you, Greg and Marla and everybody at Enjoy Toys.
They've been really great.
We've got WeVibe, we've got BVibe, we've got UV, we've got Kama Sutra, we've got Uberlube. So there's going to be tons of Uberlube at camp this year.
I love that lube.
And thank you, Uberlube, for all that you do. And then I feel like I'm missing one other one. I think there's 7 right now. Sibian!
How can you forget Sibian?
I can't forget Sibian. Sometimes you have to save Sibian for last.
And Bunny will actually be there.
And Bunny will be there. So if you want to meet the daughter of the man who made the Sibian, who invented it, and
there will be a Sibian there to try out.
There will be 2.
Is anyone going to come to class?
Maybe we'll just have to keep it at class. So check it out. readaboutsex.com/camp FAQ. If you can't come to camp, because camp is almost 2 weeks away, if it's too late, or you're in Europe or someplace else in the world,
you can still come if you're in Europe.
Have a wedding
have people
or something.
From Europe and
but they might not be able to buy a ticket last minute. Then go to sexgeeksummercamp.com and get the free videos there, because that will also invite you at the end. There's an online version of camp. For those who can't make it to camp, it's called the Sex Geek School for Gifted Sex Geek. We call it SG3. And if you're interested in that, and you're welcome to do both, do camp and SG3. We've got people doing that as well. And how many people we've got this year, Cathy?
Over 80 right now.
Over 80 people. We're breaking records, ladies.
And there's more registering as we speak.
More registering as we speak. Maybe you.
Yes.
So thank you for being a part of camp, for doing all the stuff that you do behind the scenes. For teaching all the amazing stuff that you geek out at, and for being a heart-centered entrepreneur, such positive copywriting ninja, and all the stuff there.
Well, I hope to see many of you there at camp or around the Sex Geek world, and I really do appreciate all you do in the world. This is really important. We're making a difference.
Don't stop. Bye, everyone.